There's a Marvel character who can heal from almost any injury in seconds. Broken bones, torn muscles, bullet wounds. The guy practically invented rapid recovery. Now, we're not saying there's a peptide stack that does that, but biohackers, athletes, and researchers have started calling a specific two-peptide combination the Wolverine Stack. And the reason they're using that name is that what these two peptides appear to do together is genuinely unlike anything else in the recovery research space. BPC-157 TB-500. One rebuilds tissue from the inside out. The other mobilizes your body's repair system from the outside in. And together, at least in the research, they seem to hit healing from two completely different directions at the same time. Today, we're breaking down what both of these are, why the combination makes mechanistic sense, what the actual science says, and the one thing almost nobody in this space will tell you honestly about this stack. I'm Sean. This is PeptideAToZ. Let's get into it. Here's the roadmap. BPC-157's mechanism first, then TB-500C's, then why they're studied together and what synergy actually means here, then the honest picture of where the human data stands, including a recent 2025 systematic review that changes how we should talk about this, and one breaking regulatory update you need to know if you've been following this space. Section 1, BPC-157, the local repair crew. BPC-157 stands for Body Protection Compound 157. It's a synthetic 15 amino acid peptide derived from a protein found in human gastric juice, your stomach lining. Your body produces a version of this naturally, which is part of why the safety profile in animal research has been so consistently clean. What does it do? The proposed mechanism centers on something called VEGFR2 signaling and nitric oxide pathways. Essentially, BPC-157 appears to upregulate the body's local blood vessel formation. Think of it as calling in the construction crew and immediately building the roads they need to get to the job site. It's been studied in animal models for tendon to bone healing, ligament repair, muscle tears, gut tissue damage, and nerve injury. A 2025 systematic review published in the HSS journal, one of the most rigorous reviews of the BPC-157 literature to date, screened the full musculoskeletal dataset and found 35 preclinical studies showing improved structural and biomechanical outcomes across muscle, tendon, ligament, and bone models. That's a large and consistent body of preclinical evidence. On the human side, there's one published open-label case series. 12 patients with knee pain received a single intra-articular injection of BPC-157. 7 of the 12 reported pain relief lasting more than 6 months. No serious adverse events. Small, uncontrolled, not an RCT, but it exists. BPC-157's job in this stack, local, targeted, build the vascular infrastructure at the injury site and get repair started.
That's the local crew. Now here's the system-wide mobilizer.
Section 2, TB-500, the systemic mobilizer. TB-500 is a synthetic fragment of THY-mosin beta-4, a protein your body produces naturally during healing, and its mechanism is completely different from BPC-157, where BPC-157 works locally, TB-500 works systemically. It regulates actin, the internal scaffolding inside every cell, and this affects something called cell migration. When your body needs to heal, repair cells have to physically travel to the injury site. TB-500 appears to help orchestrate that movement throughout the entire body. It also promotes collagen deposition and tissue remodeling, the actual rebuilding phase after initial repair begins. In animal models, THY-mosin beta-4 showed 42 to 61% faster reepithelialization, that's skin and surface tissue healing. In phase 2 human trials on chronic wounds, specifically pressure ulcers and venous stasis ulcers, the parent protein showed meaningful acceleration in healing. TB-500's job in this stack: systemic, broad, mobilize the repair cells from everywhere in the body and get them moving toward where they're needed. The mechanical picture: BPC-157 builds local vascular infrastructure at the injury site. TB-500 mobilizes systemic cell migration body-wide. Different pathways, same destination, so you've got local infrastructure plus systemic mobilization. On paper, that's a compelling combination. But here's where we need to slow down. Section 3, the honest science on the combination, because this is the part most Wolverine Stack content completely skips. Here's the thing about the Wolverine Stack that almost nobody says out loud. No published clinical trial has ever tested BPC-157 and TB-500 together. not in animals, not in humans. The synergy argument is mechanistically logical, but the actual head-to-head combination trial that would prove it works better doesn't exist yet. What we have is strong individual preclinical evidence, one small human case series for BPC-157, phase 2 human wound healing data for THY-MOSIN beta 4, and a mechanistic rationale. That's not nothing, but it's not the same as the stack has been proven to work. There's also a theoretical safety flag worth mentioning. BPC-157's ability to stimulate new blood vessel growth is the same process that tumors use to grow. In healthy people, this hasn't shown up as a problem, but it's a real reason why anyone with a current or past cancer diagnosis should treat this very differently. We're not saying this to kill the excitement. We're saying it because you deserve the complete picture. This distinction is your brand differentiator. Quick pause if you want to go deeper on how peptides like BPC-157 and TB-500 work at the mechanism level. I put together a free guide. Link is in the description. Section 4, the breaking regulatory update. Now here's the update that matters if you've been following this space. Earlier in 2026, there was a significant regulatory development around BPC-157's compounding status in the United States. It's been in a gray area for some time. The July 23, 2026 Pharmacy Compounding Advisory Committee meeting is now the most important date on the calendar for this compound. The FDA will be reviewing materials and the direction of the formal compounding decision. This would significantly change the landscape for how it's accessed. TB-500 remains in a similar regulatory gray zone, currently classified as a Category 2 bulk drug substance by the FDA and banned by WADA in competitive sports. The bottom line, neither compound is FDA approved for the uses we've discussed today. The July 2026 committee meeting is the next major milestone. Section 5, why this stack is worth paying attention to. Here's the bottom line on the Wolverine Stack. The nickname is earned because the mechanistic logic is genuinely compelling. Local vascular infrastructure plus systemic cell mobilization is a combination you don't see elsewhere. The gap is combination trials and robust human data, and that gap is real. What makes this space exciting is exactly that gap. The evidence base is actively being built. And for a channel built on research and education, that's exactly the kind of story worth tracking. Research, education, longevity. The Wolverine Stack, BPC-157 plus TB-500, two completely different mechanisms, both pointing at the same outcome, a nickname that's earned its place. We've got full deep dives on both of these individually on the channel. Links are in the description if you want to go even deeper on either compound. And if you want to be the first to know when the FDA compounding decision drops, subscribe because we're going to cover it the moment it happens. This is PeptideAToZ. See you in the next one. One last thing. Everything on this channel is for educational purposes only. We're here to break down the science, not to tell you what to do with your body. Nothing in this video is medical advice, and nothing here should be taken as a recommendation to use any specific compound or substance. Always talk to a qualified healthcare professional before making any decisions about your health. We take that seriously, and we think you should too.